We race. Denner launches and the Frenchman leads. Jeremy, as predicted, gets off the line brilliantly, and the CRG goes through to position 3. Bertuca back into second place as Denner down the inside. Look at Iglesias around the outside. What a move by the Frenchman, but he runs out of road. Oh, wow, that was spectacular from Jeremy. An ambitious highline NASCAR-style move to try and take P1. It did not pay off. Credit for trying for Jeremy, and the CRG back into position 4. What a start. Bertuca retakes the lead with that aborted move or unsuccessful move by Jeremy Iglesias, who's now trying to get by the Romanian, the fastest qualifier, Daniel Vasile in the 1:04 Virulat. Across the line for the first time, Bertuca already with 0.8 of a second. Denner in second, Vasile third. Alex Marigliano, a great start for him, as now Jeremy has to defend from Giuseppe Palomba. Marigliano around the outside. He was almost into the marbles, but he's got the momentum. The Maranello SRP kart, it's quick as he comes down the hill. He's got at least 3 Birolats, 1 CRG and a Sonic kart ahead of him. He's trying to make that number 1 less as he tries to make the move and go through on Il Napolitano, Giuseppe Palomba. There is Vasile behind the 2020 world champion, Jeremy Iglesias. Marigliano goes in deep into the final corner. He'll get a slow run on the exit. Pedro Hilbrand, Alessio Piccini. They'll try and capitalise. El Catalan, the 2016 world champion. Pedro 1:03 in the Birolat. Then it's David Trefilov, Alessio Piccini, who had a stunning run in the pre-final this morning, the Tuscan, to go P1 in the 1:07 Birolat. At the moment, it is his teammate Bertuca with 1.3 seconds advantage over Emilian Denner, the reigning champions, CPB Sports Audi Kart. Jeremy under pressure from the Romanian, 1:04 in position 4. Jeremy 1:30, the CRG position 3. We've lost one of the Tony karts. At the end of the second lap, it may well be the Swede Norton Andreasen, who has not yet come across the line. In fact, it's Jean Louillet. Louillet is out. So into the hairpin on lap 4. Norton Andreasen coming together with David Levinsky. They are both out. On lap 4, Jean Louillet was involved in that, but has managed to keep going. And Noemi Lel, the former world champion, behind the former world champion Lorenzo Travisoluto in 33rd position. How tough is the field here in the first round of the WSK Supermaster Series with the WSK Champions Cup champion Christian Bertuca. He's currently streeting the field. Hilbrand though with a 46.083, 0.3 of a second for El Catalan in P6 as he fights with the Maranello behind of Alex Marigliano. Hilbrand's quick, fighting with his teammate as well, Palomba, the former WSK Euro Series champion, the Open Cup champion, Giuseppe Palomba, home circuit of Sano, where we race the 3rd round of the WSK Supermaster Series on the 5th of March. Hilbrand with a 46 dead, he's 0.3 of a second faster than his teammate at the early stage of the race. Vasile is getting frustrated behind Jeremy. The French drivers in 2nd and 3rd. Bertuca from nearby Milan in P1. The gap 1.2 seconds is now David Trevelov. This is interesting. Now the German's driving a Maranello SRP kart and he's just gone purple. 46 dead in the background. And he's coming up behind his teammate, the Sicilian Alex Marigliano. Marigliano for Team Maranello, it is a mouthful, but boy is it quick. He won the pre-final this morning. SRP, the team of Mike Sabecki, the Maranello karts, SRP tuned ZM engines. They're running together, but they're arguably the quickest on the track at the moment. A purple sector though for Jeremy Iglesias, and you can see he's pulled away from the Romanian ever so slightly. Denner will check the gap between himself and Christian. 1.2 seconds, Iglesias with a 45.9. The first driver to go under the 46-second bracket, the all-new CRG Road Rebel, the Frenchman in P3, catching his countryman down through the gearbox. Vasile trying to stay with Jeremy the Jet. Out front, Christian Bertuga driving superbly. Four Birolats in the top six. First with Bertuga. 4, 5 and 6 with Daniel, Pedro and Giuseppe. And the two Maranellos of Marigliano and Trefilo. Piccini falls down to 9. Head of Matteo Zanchi. And the reigning world champion, Victor Gustafsson. And then it's Pavel Tonteri in another CRG. And already we are starting to approach half race distance. This is lap 8 of 21, the 25.2 kilometre final. Stan Pex with a 45.911, Stan the man. In position 13, the Kart Republic of the Dutchman. Fastest lap of the race, stuck behind Tom Luyet and Victor Gustafsson. They stand at the top of the screen, just going down the hill now. As Bertuga exits the chicane into the final hairpin to complete lap 8 of 21. Vasile is lining up the Frenchman. Waiting for the karts to come on in the second half of this race. Jeremy was quick early, grabs another gear, 4th, 5th, 6th, 137 k's an hour. Down into turn 1, just rides the ripple strip, keeps the CRG straight. Jeremy Iglesias, the 34-year-old professional driver for the CRG racing team. Home circuit of Brignoles in France, run by the Bianchi family, where he's done thousands and thousands of laps. Now working with the CRG team, the new Road Rebel. Gee, it looks good for 2023. And the S15 chassis from Birrell, wow, it's leading. It has dominated all weekend. Denner still in P2, the gap 1.1 seconds. Vasile going with Iglesias, here's an opportunity. Daniel down the inside, and the Romanian through to take position 3. Jeremy was forced to give him space. Let's see if he can go with him. Actually waved there, raised the right index finger to say, hey, Emilian's getting away. Down through the gearbox, goes defensive into the pit hairpin on this lap 10 of 21. Vasile already pulls out 2 kart lengths. The Romanian back into position 3. Can he catch Denner, who's still the top Frenchman? Iglesias falls off the podium. Again, Stan Pex with the fastest lap of the race. He's going 0.2 of a second faster than the leaders. In position 13, he's just driven by Pavel Tonteri and Freddie Slater, who won't make the podium this afternoon. Fast Freddie, first ever KZ2 race last weekend. He finished in P2, but at the moment, he's down in 15th position. Daniel Stell is also out, as is Moritz Ebner. Look at the two former world champions, 28 and 29, Travis Sanuto and Milel. A tough afternoon for both Lorenzo and Noah. Danner for the reigning Supermaster Series champions. CPB Sport Sodica, the TM-powered Sodica Sigma, the Birrell S15 chassis with the TM engine as Daniel goes sideways down through turn 1 and 2. Washes off speed, absolutely torturing the Vega tyres. There's Pedro in the background, El Catalan, the Spaniard into P5, head of Trefilov and Marigliano, the Maranello karts, just losing pace with this battle this afternoon. They were super quick, Marigliano winning the pre-final for Maranello, but at the moment, they're missing just that final 10th in the final here this afternoon. As the track drops a little bit in temperature. There is Pedro on the back of Jeremy. Daniel P3, Christian across the line. The gap stays 1.2 seconds. You're on lap 13 of 21. Jeremy is lining up Daniel for third place again. Vasile was unable to pull by. There is Hilbrand. Trefilov has gone past his teammate, Alex Marigliano. David, the German, in 139, now the top Maranello kart driver. Marigliano 140 with Paloma behind him. Paloma will miss the podium this afternoon as well. The former WSK Euro Series and WSK Open Cup champion. Down in position 8 ahead of Zanki and Victor Gustafsson. Alessio Piccini, the Tuscan, has now fallen outside the top 10, fighting with the driver who was fastest on the circuit, Stan the Man Pex. Watch Jeremy into turn 3. An opportunity. Down the inside, he's done it. Jeremy back into P3 in the CRG. And now Daniel has to defend from his teammate, Pedro Hilbrand. Trefilov, the German, in the SRP Maranello card is right there as well. We've got 4 manufacturers fighting for this, the first round of the WSK Supermaster Series. Bertuka for Birilat, 1.2 seconds ahead of the Sodi car team in the Sigma chassis, the reigning champions who won this championship with Senavan Wallstein in 2022. Trefilov's right there. Watch Hilbrand on his teammate. He needs to do something because Trefilov will try and take the Spaniard as well. Dives down the inside. Vamos! El Catalan. And Trefilov on the outside of the Romanian. They go wheel to wheel. Oh, wow. NASCAR style here at Lonato. That was awesome between Vasile and Trefilov. Mariano Palomba, 7 and 8. David will try and force the move here. And Daniel's in trouble. Dives down the inside. Vasile does not give him space, but he has to cede the position. He comes DT. Is it too little too late for the Maranello driver? He's in position 5. Hilbrand position 4. Jeremy Iglesias, 3rd place. Denner in 2nd. The gap down to 9/10 of a second. Denner is catching Vertuka. The gap has stayed at 1.2 seconds for the majority of the race. And now Denner accelerates. There is Zanki, Gustafsson, Pex, Luyer, Freddie Slater, Alessio Piccini, and Corentin Russo just ahead of Papo Tontori. Jeremy's quick. The gap last time, 1.2 seconds, then it was 9/10. It's down to 7/10. Denner is catching him. Denner is catching Christian Bertuka. Here we go. The dying stages of round 1 of the WSK Supermaster Series. Denner, who has won here multiple times in the past, is catching Christian Bertuka for the race lead, the race victory in round 1 of the WSK Supermaster Series. Denner down the hill. A better sector that time for Bertuka. The gap 1.2 seconds, then it was down to 0.9. Now it's down to 0.76 of a second. Denner is catching Bertuka. This is on. Stays at 0.7. In fact, if anything, Bertuka pulls out just 1,000th of a second. You can see the Birilat team willing him on. Christian Bertuka, he won the WSK Champions Cup right here 1 week ago, trying to go 2 weeks in a row. Better sector again from Bertuka. Denner has put in lap after lap. He's cut the lead down by half a second. There's Trefilov from Vasile, Mariano, Palomba, Zaki, Vex. Now inside the top 10 is the Dutchman. 3 laps now remaining. The gap 0.790 last time. 0.751. Christian controls the pace as he throws it in sideways through the right-hander. Spectacular from the Italian. Denner actually chokes the engine before he changes down through the gearbox. Still Stan Pex with the fastest lap of the race of 45.911 versus Bertuka with a 46.102. So Stan in P10. Stan, in fact, in P9. He's just got by Zanki. There is Stan via the Netherlands as he takes Zanki for 9th place. 2 laps for Bertuka. A nail-biter here in round 1 of the WSK Supermaster Series. Jeremy in the CRG, still position 3. The Frenchman on the podium. 5/10 of a second. He takes 2/10 of a second out of the Italian. Here we go. The penultimate lap. Round 1 of the WSK Supermaster Series at Lonato. Denner driving the wheels off the Sonic kart. Look how he gains under brakes. This is on in the final lap and a half. Bertuca on the absolute ragged edge. Down through the chicane, Denner spectacular. Into the far hairpin. He's almost right there. Denner with one almighty send. He's too far back. He'll need to launch it. He goes in deep under brakes. This is the last lap of the race. He will have to send it like a jet, like a missile, the gap. 0.4 of a second. Bertuca, can he hold on? Birula, he looks over his shoulder. Birula versus Sonic kart. The CRG still in position 3. Denner has driven brilliantly. Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1 of the WSK Supermaster Series comes down to this. Bertuca's worried. He looks over his shoulder. Denner is chasing him down. 3 corners to go. Surely he won't lose it from there. The gap down to 0.2 of a second. Goes in deep under brakes. The final corner. He's done it. 2 weeks in a row. The checkered flag waves for Christian Carnibal Bertuca. He wins an incredible KZ2 final. Denner P2 and Trefilov takes Jeremy the Maranello of the German on the podium in 3rd. What a race here this afternoon.